everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different, but something I've been so excited about. We are building the best budget gaming PC for under $700 that can run any game smoothly. That's right, a sub $700 beast, and we're going to take you through the entire process, step by step. We'll also have a trick up our sleeve if your budget is closer to $500 by making a few savvy adjustments, like opting for a slightly less powerful but still very capable GPU and maybe a smaller SSD. You can still get a fantastic gaming machine that will handle a lot of today's games at 1080p without a problem. Now, you might be asking, why would I build my own PC instead of just buying a pre-built one? That's a great question, and the answer is simple. By building it yourself, you save a ton of money. Pre-built companies often charge a premium for the convenience, and they tend to cut corners. They might use a great CPU and GPU, but then cheap out on a low-quality motherboard, a slow SSD, or a power supply that's just waiting to fail. By building it yourself, you get to handpick every single premium, high-quality part for your budget, ensuring you get the absolute best performance and longevity for your money. You're in control. And before we dive into the build, let's take a quick look at the finished product and what this beast is capable of. We're talking 1440p gaming at high refresh rates, tackling demanding titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Ghost of Tsushima at a smooth 60 FPS, and flying through esports titles like Rocket League at over 180 FPS. This build is proof that you don't need to spend thousands of dollars to get an incredible gaming experience. So, how did we do it? Let's break down the parts and how we managed to stay under that $700 budget. This isn't just about picking the cheapest parts. It's about finding the absolute best performance per dollar. And a huge part of that was grabbing amazing deals. First up, the heart of our system, the CPU. For this build, I went with the AMD Ryzen 5 5500. This 6-core, 12-thread unlocked processor is an absolute workhorse and was a steal at just $62 during Amazon Prime Day. I also noticed it's still on sale at Micro Center for $65, so it pays to shop around for the best deal. Built on the Zen 3 architecture, it delivers a significant performance boost over older generations while staying budget-friendly. While it's true that the Ryzen 5 5500 is essentially a Ryzen 5 5600G with the integrated graphics disabled, its gaming performance is still excellent, especially when paired with a dedicated graphics card. It also comes with the Wraith Stealth cooler, which is more than enough to keep the 65-watt TDP chip running cool. Quick tip, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We always post alerts for big sales events like Prime Day and Black Friday, so you can snag deals just like this one. Next, we need to cool that CPU. I had this cooler from a previous build and didn't buy a new one for this project. It's an NZXT Kraken 280mm AIO, which is a bit of an overkill for this CPU, but it's great to have on hand. But here's the thing, this is a budget build, and if your budget is tight, you can absolutely just use the Wraith Stealth cooler that comes with the Ryzen 5 5500. It's free, it works, and it will get the job done just fine. It might be a little loud, but you can always upgrade later if you can't handle the noise. Just remember, if you use an aftermarket cooler, you'll need thermal paste. I recommend the Arctic MX4, which is a great non-conductive, easy-to-apply paste that you can get for around $10 on Amazon. Now let's talk about power. This is one part you should never cheap out on. A good power supply protects your entire system. For this build, I went with the Thermaltake Tough Power GX2 600-watt 80+ gold power supply. I snagged this for just $53.19 on Prime Day. An 80+ gold rating means it's highly efficient, and 600 watts gives us plenty of headroom for future upgrades, especially if we decide to add a more powerful graphics card down the line. It's a non-modular unit, so cable management took a little extra effort, but at this price point, it's a trade-off I'm happy to make. The fan is also surprisingly quiet, which is a big plus for a case with this much airflow. Next is the motherboard, the foundation of our entire build. This is where everything connects, so a solid, reputable brand is key. I picked the Asus Prime B550M-A Wi-Fi 2 for $92.33. This motherboard is a micro ATX form factor which fits perfectly in our Montec case and still offers a ton of features. It has a robust VRM design for stable power delivery to the CPU, supports PCIe 4.0 for our lightning-fast M.2 SSD, and comes with built-in Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.2. This saves us from having to buy a separate network adapter. Plus, it has a BIOS flashback feature, which is a lifesaver if we need to update the BIOS without a CPU installed. For storage, we have a lightning-fast King-spec 512GB Gen 3 NVMe M.2 SSD. It's crazy fast, with speeds up to 3,500 megabytes per second for reads, and I got it for an amazing price of $30.59. This is a game changer for boot times, application loading, and overall system responsiveness. While some people might be wary of lesser-known brands, this drive offers incredible performance for the price. I found it to be a reliable and high-speed solution that is perfect for a budget build. For a little extra space and to store less critical files, I'm also using a 256GB SSD from an old laptop, but the main King-spec drive is more than enough to get you started with plenty of room for your operating system, games, and essential programs. For the case, I wanted something that not only looked good, but also had excellent airflow and plenty of room. The Montec Air 903 Max was perfect. It's a massive case, supporting even the longest GPUs and some of the largest CPU coolers on the market without a problem. It also comes with 4 pre-installed PWM fans, 3 massive 140mm fans in the front, and a 140mm fan in the back, all for just $80. Not only does this save me from buying extra fans, but it makes it an absolute airflow monster right out of the box, keeping my high-end components running cool and quiet even under heavy load. The perforated front panel and top dust filter ensure a constant flow of fresh air, making it a dream for anyone worried about thermals. For the RAM, I found an insane deal on 64GB of G.Skill Ripjaws V DDR4 for only $80. Now, I know you're thinking, 64GB is a lot for a budget build. And you're right, it's a bit overkill, but it was a deal I simply couldn't pass up. With this much RAM, I'm future-proofing my PC and ensuring I can handle anything I throw at it, whether it's heavy multitasking, editing videos, or just having a ton of browser tabs open. For those on an even tighter budget, going with a 32GB kit is still a fantastic option that'll easily handle all of today's games and most productivity tasks with ease.
And now, the star of the show, the component that can make or break your gaming experience, the graphics card. For this build, I scored a fantastic used deal on eBay, an Asus TUF GeForce RTX 3060 Ti V2 OC Edition for $280. With the recent release of the RTX 5050 and 5060, prices on the 3060 have likely dropped even further, making it an even better value. A used card is a great way to save money, but always do your research and check the seller's reputation. If your budget does allow, you can replace the 3060 Ti with the new RTX 5060, which has a starting MSRP of $299 and is a strong contender with its improved architecture and support for the latest features like DLSS 4. This is a minimal price difference for a newer, more efficient card. However, if your budget is going over, you can opt for an NVIDIA GeForce 3050 8GB or the new budget RTX 5050 to cut costs. That said, I would recommend spending as much as you can on the GPU instead of downgrading, because this is one of the most important backbones of your system. The GPU you choose will have the biggest impact on your gaming performance and can significantly alter the total cost of your build. So, let's talk about the grand total for all these parts. When you add it all up, and I'll give you a little drum roll here, the total comes in at just under $700, at exactly $678. That's an absolute steal for a PC with these capabilities. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if your budget is a bit tighter? Let's say you're closer to $500. That's where we get clever. The trick is to swap out the Asus TUF GeForce 3060 Ti, which cost around $280, for something more budget-friendly. A solid alternative would be the RTX 3050 at about $200, or you could even look into the RTX 5050 for around $250. I'll be completely honest with you though. Downgrading your graphics card isn't something I'd recommend if you can avoid it. The GPU is arguably the most crucial component for stable, smooth gaming performance. But if your budget is really tight, sometimes this is the only way to make it work. Ultimately, the best choice depends on a few things: your monitor's resolution and the quality settings you're okay with. For 1080p 60 FPS gaming, with an RTX 3050, you can likely play on max settings for a few more years, with the exception of a handful of demanding games like Cyberpunk. If you're fine with medium to high settings, this card is incredibly capable at 1080p. For 1440p gaming, you'll struggle to play on max settings on the newest games, but you should find them playable on medium settings, especially if a game supports DLSS. You won't be getting 100+ FPS, but you can definitely make it work if you're happy with 60 to 80 FPS on many new titles. It's all about finding the right balance for your needs and your budget.
Also, for any beginners out there, a website I highly recommend, and I truly can't overstate this, is PC Part Picker. It's a true gem that acts like your personal building assistant. Not only does it let you easily swap out parts and keep a running total of your budget, but its real magic is the automatic compatibility check. It will instantly flag any potential issues, like a power supply that's not strong enough or a CPU that doesn't fit your motherboard, which is an absolute lifesaver. It's the perfect tool to build your confidence and make sure your first PC build goes smoothly. Now, before we start the build, a quick piece of advice for any new PC user. You absolutely need a good power strip with surge protection. I picked up this A-lister surge protector with 12 outlets for a few bucks on Amazon. It's a small investment, but it's one of the most important ones you'll make. A power surge, whether from a lightning strike or a simple grid fluctuation, can fry your motherboard, CPU, and graphics card in an instant. This little device acts as a cheap form of insurance, protecting all the hundreds of dollars you just spent on your new components. Trust me, it's a small price to pay for peace of mind. And as an optional upgrade, I couldn't resist this deal I found on eBay for an MSI G274 QPF WQHD monitor for around $150. To get the full potential out of our new PC, a 1440p monitor with a high refresh rate was a must. What really sealed the deal, though, was that it was sold directly by the brand, direct from MSI, so I knew I was getting a genuine product. On top of that, it came with a 2-year warranty included, handled by Allstate, promising fast repairs or replacements for a truly frictionless experience. Just a heads up, that specific warranty is for US residents only, but it was an incredible layer of protection for such a great price.
All right, enough talking. Let's get our hands dirty and start building this PC. We're going to walk through the entire process, step by step, from installing the CPU all the way to getting this thing booted and stable. We'll let the music roll in while we work, and along the way, I'll share some tips and tricks, common mistakes to avoid, and even some of the troubleshooting we ran into. So stick with us, because there's a ton of great info here for first-time builders. Let's go! Now for the fun part, gaming. We've got it all set up and we're going to put this budget beast to the test. First up, the classic, Rocket League. As you can see, we're getting a rock-solid 180 FPS at 1440p. Mission accomplished. This thing is running so smoothly. But what about more demanding titles? We've got Red Dead Redemption 2 running at 1440p, and we're consistently pushing above or around 60 FPS on high settings. This is fantastic performance for a sub-$700 build. And that's a wrap. We've built an incredible, budget-friendly gaming PC that can handle any game you throw at it. By being smart with our part selection and hunting for deals, we've proven that you don't need a massive budget to have an amazing gaming experience.
All the products used in this video are linked in the description. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Happy gaming!